Hi, welcome to Sweet Talk Around the Sugar Pot. I believe this episode is going to be of interest to all of you who have tuned in because we're going to help you understand the differences between organic products, ingredients, or those that say they're certified as organic versus all natural ingredients, and also the safety or non-safeties of what people think shouldn't be safe as chemical ingredients. And we have a couple of interesting guests today, one of whom is Dennis. Dennis Grenier is going to share with you his options for his pain management, medical versus non-medical or holistic. And that's why people say, I love AP products because they're so clean. And the only way you can achieve that is by really understanding the ingredients you're going to choose to formulate with. So we're really proud about what we do. But I want to hear his story. I'm
excited to hear it. I've only heard bits and pieces of it because she's been talking, her and Uncle Norm have been talking about it every Sunday. She's like, I want to get Dennis on the show. And I'm like, can I hear what the story is? And she told me just basics, but I'm excited to hear it from you.
Yeah, I was in a bad car accident as you know, in 2001. And I had a lot of broken bones. Well, my nose was torn off and my eye socket broken in 3 places. And they had put me on pain medication like Lyrica for nerve damage. I had a lot of nerve damage also. I was on morphine. From morphine, I went to Percocets. And from Percocets, I went to Tylenol number 3s. One day, my daughter called me. She went online and looked up Lyrica. She said, Dad, you got to get off that. It's no good for you, which I knew it wasn't because of the side effects. So I went to the doctors, and they weaned me off. And after that, I had talked to Norm. And Norm was in contact with you.
Norm is my brother. They're really good buddies.
So Norm had, from what I understand, talked to Lena, and then Lena had given him a tube of Enjablo. After about the 3rd day, the pain started going away, just like the Lyrica I was on. And I felt better. And so the Tylenol 3s were going back, and eventually I ended up not taking any. So I loved it. And then about 2 years ago, I went to the doctor with bad back pain. They said that I had 7 disintegrating discs in my back. So they had put me back on morphine, and then from there, for the back pain. Lena had contacted me, and she told me about the Hungarian Mud Treatment. I was very, very skeptical. I said, okay,
slap some mud on my back.
Yeah, you want me to play in the mud, eh? Okay, so what's the mud gonna do? The first session, I felt a teeny bit of difference. And then the 5th session, I felt great. I could stand in line at the grocery store and I wouldn't be in incredible pain. I finished my 15th session about 2 weeks ago. And I still feel great. Like I have very, very little pain. Like I said, at first I was very, very skeptical. And I'm 200% a believer now. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
And that's the reason we wanted Dennis on the show, because you know, being off the meds, you feel better. This is taking care of pain, so you have a healthier daily lifestyle.
Like my femur was broken in 2 places, and I had a lot of damage in my left leg. And where the bones came out, I've been feeling some tingling there. I don't know if it's helping rejuvenate something or what, but I've never had any tingling feeling there, and nobody's tickling me either. It's just, it's from the inside. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Myself, I feel that it's rejuvenating because I haven't felt anything there since
circulation.
The accident.
The mud minerals are known to, the silicon dioxide is known to rebuild cartilage, bone, from skin to bone to rebuild collagen, right? Like a building block of collagen to rebuild cartilage. And so everything you're feeling is like something helping where the most damage is.
That amazes me. It amazes me.
We have a lot of great stories, Dennis. I think we all can say we really appreciate you coming on Our episode, The Truth of Your Story, I'm sure is very compelling. And maybe somebody's going to say, yeah, I don't believe, but somebody else will say, it's worth a try. Because the options are really not options.
Well, we were there. We studied in Hungary. That's what we saw. But now we saw it over there. Now we're bringing it home. Like it really is happening here too.
Yeah. To tell you the truth, like I said, I was very skeptical at the beginning. And now to me, it's just like magic.
Actually, your phone call to me was, what the is in this? I don't understand. I feel so good.
That's right, too.
Dennis, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Really, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sure you're excited to have heard everything about Dennis. Our next guest will probably excite you just as much if you're interested in learning more on how to be an aware consumer. That's where the magic is for your care. So we have Janine White here. Janine, how are you? It's so good to have you on our show today.
Hi, Lena. Hi, Lizanne. Hi, Victoria.
Hey.
We want to really, open everyone's eyes on the differences between organic, when it says, officially certified organic versus non-organic, or natural versus non-natural versus chemicals. I don't need to speak because, Madame, you are wonderful.
But Lena, you hit it right on the nail. First off, we want to look at just the term organic and natural and look at the definitions of both of those. When you look at natural products and organic products, it's based on plants, minerals, animal byproducts. So it's based on things that come from the farm. And a lot of times when we're saying natural, we're referring to things that are in its natural state of being, things that are grown from the earth. Now, organic, that term, for the most part, it just means how it's cultivated, how things are put into the market, how they're farmed. And so the standards around that tailor on, is your farm sustainable? Do you have nasty pesticides in there? Do you have, sewage sludge? Can you believe that? Sewage sludge? Isn't that gross? But a lot of people farm with sewage sludge. Are you using synthetic ingredients that can be harmful? Now, unfortunately, we have a lot of creative people in our industry, and they take those definitions and they try to sway them to make them seem like something else. And that's where the dilemma comes in. Because you see all of these products and they're claiming to do something that they're not. They're claiming to be organic. And then if you question them, they do the play on words that, well, organic means it's organically grown. It's organic as in, the way it comes from nature. So they're intertwining those words. And unfortunately, there's not a clear definition according to government standards. But what the government standards have done is come up with how you label and how things are cultivated, and they come up with some organic standards. And that's very important to know. So if you understand that, then it's not so overwhelming, because just look at the product. If it says it's organic, then that ingredient list needs to have at least 70% organic materials in them.
Yeah, I've got a quote I'm going to read, and tell me if this sounds correct. From the USDA spokeswoman said, people should not interpret even the USDA organic seal or any organic seal of approval on cosmetics as proof of health benefits or efficiency. The National Organic Program is a marketing program, not a safety program. Her example was chocolate cake may be natural or organic, but that has no bearing whether it's safe or nutritious to eat.
Yes.
Voila.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. Voila.
Yes.
But how many people know about these qualified people sharing their information with us? Because the information is geared for other high-end professionals of the production, the manufacturing, or the agricultural, right?
Right, and that's just it. It's the agricultural, so it gets all convoluted and all confused.
We're trying to remember the lady that did the TED Talk on the foods that if it says it's, farm-raised or farm-fresh, those were marketing terms. Those weren't how a chicken was raised. Now it's claims,
but what are they doing on that farm? Yeah. Right?
What they're doing on that farm and how they're cultivating it is a whole nother thing.
Exactly.
A whole nother thing.
Exactly.
Yes.
But you said something about the safety, if it's all natural and safe. Just because it's all natural still doesn't mean it's safe.
No, not at all.
This is where people get confused, because formulation, there's such a responsibility for manufacturers. Okay, we're talking products right now for manufacturers. Yes. And the test of bacteria is just as critical as thinking, oh, I've got something for you to buy.
Exactly. So you wanted to talk about safe and also the drug claims. How many products out there do you see, oh, this will cure this and this will save you from this and you'll be reborn a new person? And then at the end of the
commercial,
yes.
all the bad things.
Yes, the fine print.
Yeah. But in the meantime, enjoy it.
But at the bottom line, it all comes down to, as a consumer, as a practitioner, how do I know? How do I know what I'm dealing with? And why is it important to know? Well, as practitioners, it's important to know. As consumers, it's important to know because you need to know what's going into your body. And some of these synthetic and toxic type of ingredients can interfere with your body, with the different organs in your body and cause problems. They can cause skin irritations. They can cause, they can act like hormones, like estrogen, voila, and cause all kind of problems, so they can affect your liver. So it's not about, oh, maybe I don't need to know about that. It's important to know what's going on your skin. And then also it's like, okay, well, I need to know this, but where do I go? I don't want to get involved with all the governmental gobbledygook. But I will tell you, the FDA.gov website, if you go into cosmetics, it's very well written in plain English, and you can find out about what's going on there. Even though it's a governmental agency, it has places for consumers to go and just get plain, simple information. This way you can go on there and feel empowered about what you're putting on your skin and what you're using, and also feel confident in Alexandria Professional and that we're using the best ingredients for you.
Janine, thank you so much. We absolutely appreciate all of your free giving of information and your desire to help us help the consumers, right? Because at the end of the day, the more they understand, the easier it is for those of us who walk the walk properly.
Most definitely. Thank you, Lena. Thank you, Lizanne. Thank you, Victoria. It's my pleasure.
We'll see you soon. Wow. I feel like this was a very, very full episode. I hope you feel the same, right? It's like a powerhouse of information. We're pretty much done with this episode, other than
she's got the question.
Well,
the question.
So the question is, what kind of hair removal services are offered for men? In recent years, there have been more and more for men-only salons opening. Where can we expect this trend to go? Manscaping.
Okay, and to continue the conversation, we have the Skin Deep app, the Think Dirty app, and all the apps. So we'll have links to all these research studies.
Think Dirty?
It's called Think Dirty, the app I showed you.
Wow.
All the links are on our website,
you guys are so
on our
cool.
Facebook, on all our social media. So hashtag Sweet Talk, follow the conversation. We'll have all the links for you down below.
I guess we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for joining us.
This just happened, so we want to see your reaction to it. So a product that is a massage bar, and when you use this massage bar, what happened is, and the headline is, using this product will apparently cause plants to grow in your bathroom, because when you wash the seeds down the sink, plants start to grow. That's the part about using natural products. So being all natural and all organic is...
Yeah, but did they get this from the chia pet?
I'm not gonna lie, you know what it kind of looks like? It makes me think of
probably patented.
Jumanji for some reason.
Jumanji? I think the chia pet.